Thank you for attending. This is a wonderful reunion, and it's such a delight to see so many of you getting reacquainted 10 years later in some cases. My name is Randy Camphouse, and I have the pleasure of serving as Dean of the College of Education here at the U of O. And this is going to be a night of gratitude because we cannot really say enough to let you know how sincerely we appreciate everyone who contributed to our physical plant, which is one of the best in the country for any college of education. So there are many donors that I'll have to thank this evening, and I will undoubtedly miss some. So I'll apologize in advance for that, because there's simply too many of you who contributed to the success of our college in innumerable ways, but especially building out this wonderful physical plant. So I'll start by sharing the gratitude of our faculty, staff, students, and university administration to those of you who've made the spaces available. And again, it's a long list that's in the program, because as you walk through the HEDCO building, those of you who walk through it every day as I do, or those of you that will be taking the tours later, there are names on every door. It's incredibly impressive. So thank you for your generosity. Also, I want to squeeze in our gratitude here for Lise Crutcher Lewis, who built the building. And we have at least one person here from Lise Crutcher Lewis. Bart is here. Where is you at, Bart? Thank you, Bart, for a great building. And then we have the architects here who created this tie, Hacker Architects. And I know we have at least one representative here from Hacker. There you are in the back. Two representatives. Thank you so much. That's great. And I think of Hacker every day because they built the building. And when they do that, or they design the building, when they do that, they give you a really cool pencil that's on top of my desk. So thank you for this. We have a brief video for you now. So that should be starting momentarily.
10 years ago, the University of Oregon College of Education moved into the brand new HEDCO Education and renovated Laurie Lokay buildings.
I spend a lot of my time in HEDCO.
It's not so much you walk in and you just feel like a weight of stress. It's more of like, oh, I walk in and kind of feel at home and comfortable.
Because of the vision and generosity of our donors, HEDCO has exceeded every expectation as a world-class facility for the college.
I have a lot of FHS students, and so to have meetings with my students, I usually sit in this lobby, in this cafeteria area, just to kind of talk to them. I also utilize a lot of the Learning Commons just because the computers in there are beautiful and big, and like everyone I know is here.
I really like the education building since they're outside, so you can like sit before or after class, take a second and just enjoy being outside.
Because of you, our donors, the U of O College of Education has risen in stature across the nation, currently ranks 5th among public institutions and 14th overall.
The education department, in a way, is the most important department on the university grounds because it is building people.
Because of you, we can recruit the best faculty and students in the nation and world. The innovations they produce are literally changing the world.
By having the HEDCO clinic, my research personally has been revolutionized.
It's really exciting because research that's being done here is being brought directly to students who are then going out into the field and actually disseminating that research directly, which is a pretty awesome thing.
Because of you, the HEDCO clinic now provides critical services to over 700 children and families each year, all delivered by faculty supervised students.
Our students are able to get hundreds of their required hours in the HEDCO clinic where we have state-of-the-art technology and we can observe them seeing the clients. We can move out of the clinic room and give them more independence as they gain competency, which means that by the time we put them in community placements, they've got skills that they can build on. And we're very proud to be turning out some of the best trained speech language pathologists, I think, in the country.
Because of you, the College of Education has become a national leader in bilingual education, immigrant education, and Indigenous studies.
One of the things that I'm most excited about looking forward into the future here is more work at the state and federal level to really change policy as it impacts immigrant and multilingual students. We know as a country that this group of students on average tends to perform pretty poorly in school, and we're beginning to learn more about why that is.
Because of you, the research awards coming into the college rose from 32 million in 2015 to almost 52 million in 2019.
The caliber of colleagues and professors that are here is just second to none.
Over 20 years ago, when I was a doctoral student here, we met in individual trailers, in houses, and there wasn't really a common meeting space. Having the lobby and the fireplace, the cafe, really has increased connectivity between the students and the faculty and has increased the professionalism of the College of Education in general.
It is upon this foundation we have collectively built that we look to the next wave of breakthroughs in research, interventions, and curricular innovation. The potential is unlimited because of you.
Of course, we can do none of this without a committed administration. And so we're fortunate here tonight to have our provost here, Patrick Phillips. But next, you're going to hear a few remarks from our august leader, President Michael Schill, who has steered this institution with extraordinary efficacy over the last 5 years. And we look forward to his continued leadership. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you, Randy. I've never been described as august. I think I'm scared to look it up in the dictionary because it might mean old. But in any event, I just want to welcome all of you tonight and thank you all for being here, part of this wonderful 10-year celebration of the anniversary of the HEDCO building. I am extremely proud of the College of Education and the work that they do here, all of the faculty do here. It is amazing. It is unparalleled in its research excellence at the university. It's our highest ranked college on campus, and it's nationally recognized as a leader in education research. When I came to the university about 4 years and maybe 3 months ago, my number one objective at the time was to increase our research, which was not where I thought it should be. And we've made major strides since then. But one of the things I did was I talked to someone in the provost office, and I said, "How do we do this? How do we increase research excellence at the university?" And this person said, and I'm going to make him anonymous, but the person said, "Well, if that's all you wanted to do, put all of the money in the university and the College of Education, because the faculty there are amazing, the dean there is amazing, and dedicated to not only great teaching, but also amazing research." So I'm really proud of this school. And you know, it's being here today. It's just thinking about the HEDCO building. It's easy to recognize a building for its architectural details and its function, but HEDCO, it represents so much more than just a building, right? It embodies the commitment of the university and our donors and our alumni to the importance of education in the United States and in our state of Oregon. It opened at a turning point for the college and has served as an anchor for students, for faculty, researchers, and community members. And as the graph up there indicated, since Over the past 5 years, this school has had a 62% increase in faculty research funding. And that's just an example of the excellence of what is going on here. Now, my job today isn't just to talk about how wonderful the College of Education is. My actual job is to talk about how wonderful one of the alumna of the College of Education is, Dodie Jernstedt. And Dodie hates being singled out, doesn't want everyone to say how wonderful she is, but you're just going to have to live with it for a little bit because you just are, it would be harming me if I didn't tell everyone how great you were. So she's a double duck. She earned both her graduate and undergraduate degrees in communication disorders and sciences. I often see Dodie and her son Derek for dinner or for meetings up in the San Francisco area. And, one thing I have to always do is whenever I meet with Dodie, I have to come well prepared because I know Dodie is going to pepper me with lots of questions, So we've taught her well. She demands excellence in everything that she does, everything that she's associated with. Excellence of me, excellence of the College of Education, excellence for the entire university. And that's why she commands so much respect from all those who know and love her. And it is what we all should be doing, is demanding excellence. And that's what the College of Education's about. Dodie's a volunteer, a donor, a friend for the College of University for many, many years. She served on the College of Education Advisory Council from 1995 to 2000, including as chair, and also on the University of Oregon Foundation from 1993 to 2003. She was the heart and the soul of the fundraising campaign for this building. She not only gave generously to the project, but what she did was she galvanized volunteer effort behind it to raise additional dollars from the University of Oregon community to get this building built. Dodie, I just want to thank you. Thank you for all that you've done for the university, all that you do for the university. And I'd like to welcome Dodie up to the stage so she can speak with you.
That doesn't work, huh? No, the light. I was trying to turn the light on.
Yeah.
It's all right.
I have a flashlight on my phone.
I have my cheater glasses if I need them.
Okay, good.
First of all, I'd like to say welcome, and it's awesome to have everyone here. What a turnout. There are a lot of chairs here. If anyone in the back wants to come sit down, it is certainly a great time to celebrate. I am the president of the HEDCO Foundation, and I'm going to just do a quick timeline on the history of this building because we keep losing track of some of the facts, and I think it helps to hear just the chronology. So in March of 2004, HEDCO gave the original pledge, which gave us the naming opportunity. In August of 2005, thanks to the help of Michael Redding, the Senate bill was passed, which provided over $20 million in funding. For them to do that, we had to have already put 20 million in the bank. This is a building that was financed before the machinery could get going. In 2005, Mike Bullis became the dean. In March of 2006, Lori Loque gave a pledge, which then increased the whole scope of the project of what we were doing. We were starting here, and then we moved over, and that was an incredible addition. In October of 2007 was a groundbreaking ceremony, and in March of 2009, the first residents moved into the building. So the base of what we were doing was based on the premise of dreams and the importance of dreaming and turning dreams into a reality. At that point, the College of Education was ranked third in the nation, and we were housed in 17 mostly old buildings. So that, in fact, we were talking about it last evening, that is a driving force for change. When you're that good, I mean, there were trailers that had holes in the carpets. How could we be that good in that crummy of an environment? So I was chair of the Dean's Advisory Council, and Andrea Wiggins and Marty Kaufman told us that they had a plan that they were working on to change the scope of what was happening. They traveled around and went to 5 different universities and picked up ideas for what they thought was the best of the best at other College of Educations, and then came back. And at that point, they worked with Hacker Architects, and part of that was made available because Susie Swindells gave a gift for the initial architectural work. So I want to say thank you to, again, to Hacker and to the construction company, Lease Crutcher Lewis. I did notes tonight because I wanted to really be sure I didn't forget somebody. Marty and Andrea really had the vision. Dick Beecher supported me all the way through the project and was cheering from the sidelines, and President Frohmeyer at the time was involved. All of these people are no longer with us, and we really miss them. I want to say thank you to the HEDCO board because they echoed my interest, and tonight we have Alan Dobbins and Derek Jernstead and Tom Herman. If you could stand, I'd love everybody to see who you are. There's Tom, okay. And a fun part for me is that Derek, my son now, is the chair of the Dean's Advisory Council. So it's really cool to stay up on everything that's going on because of his participation. I wanted to say thank you to Mike Bullis, who helped carry the vision forward. I saw Slim earlier, and I don't know, Tom was a trustee with me, others. I spoke a lot at our trustee meetings. I didn't harass them, but I made my point really clear about why we needed everybody participating if we were going to get this building completed. And you will see a lot of the donors' names over the doors of many of the buildings. I wanted to say thank you to all the members of the Dean's Advisory Council who worked with me, and the Alpha Phi's. Those of you who are here that were on the council, would you please stand? So, I mean, this was like an amazing force. I saw Nancy earlier, and there's Colleen. Okay, good. Good, good. I thought it was just almost magical. I was invested emotionally and financially, but when you put Andrea and Colleen together, they were Spitfire. I mean, Nellie barred the door. They found Alpha Phi. All these people graduated in other colleges and gave money to education, which amazed me. It was very cool. But I definitely want to give the credit to Colleen for being a force that was difficult to reckon with because we needed you. Everyone wants to do something in their life that matters. And what all of you people did here will continue to matter. You can all accomplish more than you think you can, and this is a really good example. We were absolutely thrilled at the ribbon cutting, and we kept looking at each other going, we did it. We did it. It was awesome. And I want to say thank you to Randy for all your vision as you're moving this college forward, and to Christy Snyder, Andrea Olson, and Deidre Sandvik for all your help in putting on this celebration. So let's celebrate 10 years.
As we look to the next 10 years in the U of O College of Education, our vision is bold and audacious. We're poised to lead the nation with our innovative programs.
I serve as the director of the Subsequentla Teacher Education Program. We have 89 alumni from 42 different tribal nations, all of whom have gone on to serve their communities as teachers and leaders in education.
At the College of Education, we envision a world where American Indian and Alaska Native students are taught by teachers who share their identities.
I want to work at a place that really wants to be a serious and dedicated and responsible partner with tribal communities. I found that the University of Oregon College of Education was ready to step forward to be a leader in this work.
It is our dream to create a society where health and wellness problems are prevented before they occur. Our new Prevention Science academic program will equip students to do just that.
We now integrate psychology, education, prevention science, public health. And a good example of this is the prevention science program.
I'm really passionate about helping others and making a difference. I like that we're working to change things from before they even happen instead of working to do things after the fact.
At the HEDCO Clinic, we strive to close the gap between research and practice so that we can effectively treat individuals dealing with autism, learning disorders, speech-language issues, brain injuries, and more.
In research, we typically think about it takes about 14 years for research to make it to the real world. And here, I think that process is expedited.
We're able to attract clients and people in our clinic, our subspecialty clinic, the brain injury and concussion clinic, that we're treating.
And we do all of this within a culture that continues to attract the best, most diverse faculty and student body in the world because of our unmatched facilities and our reputation as a research juggernaut.
All the professors, all their work transcends the research portion of it, so that they translate their findings into the community. And I think that's beautiful, because as scholars, sometimes we tend to produce work and we just keep it on our shelves or in our resumes, and our resumes look decorated, but so what? So I like that the so what part of it is being addressed in our college, and I'm looking forward to being challenged as well to be a part of that so what.
As we reflect on this special anniversary, thank you for being a part of the ambitious vision that made this beautiful space a reality.
I think we should all be proud of how the university has progressed in its development and growth over the past generation.
Within these walls, we have prepared educators and practitioners to make a difference in their communities, catalyze change through state-of-the-art research, and improve the lives of countless children and families. And we are just getting started.
I'm excited to have my work make more and more of a difference.
It's really a movement away from research to practice to research.
That is the most exciting thing about being a teacher and being a professor, that we actually instilling knowledge in the future leaders, future researchers, future parents, future educators. And so that is really exciting to me.
With your support, we eagerly embrace the extraordinary breakthroughs and discoveries that await us here at the University of Oregon College of Education.
Thank you so much, Dodie, for your remarks. and giving us the historical context. I cannot imagine all the energy that went in to get this thing built. So it takes someone like you and Alpha Fees, right, to get this done. Lori, thank you so much for being the other lead gift for this project, the Hedco building, and every day we appreciate your renovations to the Locate complex. We have 2 academic departments there. Some of our largest research units are in that complex, and every day they're grateful for your support. So thank you as well, Lori. And thank you, President Schill, for your comments. We only allowed you 1 minute, and you did really well. People were not optimistic about that minute, limiting it to a minute, but you did a great job. So tonight I get an opportunity to provide some additional context as far as where we've been and how these 2 buildings and the Locate complex in particular have moved us forward and what we're poised to do next. So we're celebrating not only this physical plant, but a decade of extraordinary achievements. And because I have this wonderful job here as dean, I've had the pleasure of watching these achievements play out for the last 5 years. To be honest, I was not sure I wanted to join the U of O 5 years ago if an offer was indeed tendered. As some of you will recall, the moment of my hire in 2014 was a time of significant leadership churning at the U of O and, well, bad press. During my on-campus interview, however, I discovered that we had a unique resource that our peer institutions didn't have, that I was convinced was going to drive our success, and that's our donor community. How did I know that? Well, I had interviewed for other positions that same year, but my UO interview schedule was different. It was the only one that included a dinner with advancement staff and a donor. Amy Carey and Paul Elstone, that's funny. Paul Elstone. Amy Carey and Paul Elstone's commitment, generosity, good humor, accompanied by some great Oregon food and wine, convinced me that our college had unlimited upside potential. 3 presidents and 4 provosts later, here I stand celebrating our success with you. So thanks, Amy and Paul, for convincing me to come here. It is most appropriate that we celebrate you, however, our donors. You laid the key components in our foundation for academic excellence, this inspiring Hedco building, our renovated Locate complex. However, this improved and updated physical space is just one foundational element of a field-leading academic unit like ours. Our foundation for greatness has been built by decades of achievement by our faculty, hardworking and creative staff, and our college leadership. The accomplishments of Ed Kameanui, for example, is Ed in the tent? Okay. Serves as one example of extraordinary faculty leadership. He was one of only 2 academics selected to become a founding commissioner of the U.S. Department of Education's research arm, the Institute of Education Scientists. Dean Emeritus, as Dodie said, Marty Kaufman, whose life and legacy we celebrated 2 weeks ago, lifted our college from the virtual ashes of the Measure 5 budget cuts. And Mike Bullis, who Dodie mentioned, who's Mike and Kathy with us this evening as well, led our college's response to community concerns about inclusiveness and diversity, among many other accomplishments. And it is with deep gratitude and sorrow that I also suggest that we remember Andrea Wiggins' contributions to our success. Truly, it is our people that makes us great, but our people can only thrive with state-of-the-art physical infrastructure and financial supports to conduct the best research, outreach, and instruction. I want you to know that your support of endowed faculty professorships and endowed chairs in particular has allowed us to retain some of the best faculty in the country and keep them working here for many years to come. We've hired 27 tenure-related faculty in the last 5 years, and we've had virtually no attrition thanks to our donor community. You, our donors and university leaders, have ensured our success by keeping our talented faculty in place long enough to achieve at the highest levels, which for many disciplines is at least 8 to 10 years before we start to see faculty really blossom in their research careers in particular. Your donor funds have allowed us to build out needed research space and to launch the HEDCO Clinic on a path toward achieving national stature and influence. Our expanded clinical services will allow us to put many more lives back on a favorable trajectory. With the build out of our intellectual and physical plant foundation nearly complete, our future is assured. So now the question becomes, what does the future look like? What does the next 5 or 10 years look like? Some aspects of our future might be obvious, while others might surprise you. I'll mention a few. First, I suspect that our research leadership will continue to expand. We have more innovations in the marketplace than any of our peers, 40 plus, and more under development. The KinderTech app is one example of a product under development by our faculty. This mathematics instruction app is proving effective for improving the achievement of early elementary grade children. We also, as you heard, set another sponsored projects funding record this year, accounting for about 40% of the university's total. We will make breakthroughs in fields ranging from preventing school disciplinary actions to improving school lunches, which is a new initiative for us. We will find new ways to improve children's reading and mathematics skills and help youth recover more quickly from concussive head injuries, thanks to the work of McKay Solberg and colleagues. Our service and outreach will soon be recognized as a co-equal contribution of our college to Oregon and the nation. We will better highlight the work of our Early Childhood Cares Unit, which serves the specialized educational needs of all infants and preschoolers in Lane County. Yes, we're likely the only college of education in the country to have our own preschool school district. Thanks to you, our dedicated donors, the HEDCO Clinic has its first permanent director, a position for a postdoctoral trainee, and an endowment that provides needed staffing. You may also not know that 2 of our outreach units provide the assessments needed to help high school students make career decisions in Oregon and across the nation. We are a service and outreach powerhouse. It's about time that we told this story, which is why you will see more and more effective communication from our college, which will allow us to, in turn, improve more lives. Most importantly, our faculty are leading an unprecedented renewal of our curriculum. We have launched field-leading new academic programs in prevention science, as you heard. We're increasing student access by offering more online and remote access options for graduate students. By fall of 2020, we will initiate a fully online master's degree for training board-certified behavior analysts, which is really the only proven treatment for children and adolescents suffering from autism disorders. And we'll have a specialization in place in educational data science. Our faculty have also led the creation of new curricula that enhances Oregon's children's understanding of and appreciation for our Native peoples. We are also improving our students' experience in response to student surveys. These improvements in student access, success, and experience will increase student enrollment and produce more alumni that will positively impact our society. Finally, did you know that we are the leading producer of PhD graduates at the U of O? We graduate more doctoral alumni per tenure-related faculty member than any unit on campus, and by a large margin. Thus, we are having a profound impact on education and the human sciences nationally and internationally by producing the next generation of university and college faculty members. I summarize our accelerating instructional, research, and service accomplishments as follows. We have been recognized for some time as a great college of education, and we should be proud of that fact. However, because of our progress in instruction, research, and outreach, I believe that the final step on the achievement hierarchy, preeminence among our peers, is within reach. There is no satisfaction to be had by not striving to be better, to do more, and consequently be considered the preeminent college of education. So we push forward to break through to the highest tier of achievement. In the words of Nelson Mandela, there is no passion to be found in playing small. This is no time for us to play small. Thank you again for all that you do for us. Go Ducks. Have a great evening. So I get the pleasure now of leading all of you in a champagne toast. Please join me. Thank you. No, that's my job. It's not your job. All right. Be patient. The champagne service is moving along. Uh-huh. Okay. Very good. So I think we have a critical number of champagne glasses distributed. So very simply, please raise your glasses in appreciation to you. You're the donors that have brought us to this, this extraordinary height of achievement. And thank you in advance for partnering with us in the pursuit of preeminence. Cheers. I'd now like to introduce to you our Director of Development for the College of Education and another one of my bosses, Christy Schneider.
Thank you guys so much for being here tonight, and what a great event. When I came back to the College of Education in July, I learned that we had an event in 3 months. So I immediately put my event planner hat on. But, you know, really it was a crash course for me in learning about the history here, the work that all of you have done, the blood, sweat, and tears, and just the caliber of people that are in these facilities and that we get to see and interact with every day. And so I've just only grown more and more honored to be a part of this team, the more that I learned. And I'm excited to carry that story forward for you guys. So thank you so much to our great speakers tonight, President Schill for being here, Dodie, Derek, Lori. Thank you, Randy. And I also need to thank our amazing events team, because this takes a village to put on an event. So I don't know if they're in here. They might be getting ready for tours, but Lisa Fortin, Andrea Olson, Celeste Christie, Eric Owens, and we have a student intern, Mary Wasson, who has been extremely helpful. So they are amazing, and I just want to give them a shout out. Yes, thank you guys. So with that said, I am going to organize you if you are planning to do a tour, and please forgive me if I get a little bossy, but I think we're actually have a little bit more manageable of a group for tours. So if you don't have to race off to Hall of Fame or the 50th class reunion dinners and you would like to do a tour, we would love for you to join us. We have tour guides outside, and if you look at the back of your name tag, there's a letter on it. and you have either A, B, C, or D, and there are signs outside with those letters, so you can find your tour guide. But they're actually, I really hope that you will take advantage, because at each of the tour stations, we have a faculty member from the College of Education, as well as a student that they work really closely with, and they're going to share a presentation with you about what they do in these spaces. So it's a really great chance to see the personal side of the college. So we really hope you take advantage of that. The tours will leave in about 5 minutes, so feel free to grab your jacket, go to the restroom, and then meet them out there. So thank you guys again, and have a great night.